Only Murders in the Building's season 2 finale was a thing of beauty. It was a genuine surprise for almost everyone. Hardcore fans of this show did some serious sleuthing that would make the show proud and had kind of gotten tipped off about Paul Rudd. But for most of us, when he stepped out, it was an incredible moment. Again, a genuine surprise, and it was really evidence of the show leveling up, that they could land someone like Paul Rudd for more than a small cameo. And then when we found out that Meryl Streep was joining the show, oh my goodness, it's incredible. I think all of us have been extremely excited for this third season. So imagine my disappointment to discover that it's a mixed bag. I'm going to explain, don't worry, and with no spoilers. All right, so I got 8 of the 10 episodes in advance. They always do that because they don't want to give away who the killer is. So I got 8 episodes, and again, in my zeal for the show, I binged them. I watched them, I think, like in 2 to 3 days. And that was a really bad idea. Some shows benefit from the weekly release strategy, and Only Murders in the Building, I have now discovered, is one of them. I binged season 2, and that was glorious. But this show, you need the week to week. I think I would have enjoyed it. Well, I don't know if I would have enjoyed it more, but I don't think it would have been such a drag because it would have given me a break between episodes to kind of get over the more annoying and frustrating aspects of season 3. I know, it's so disappointing. Not to say there's not very good stuff here. Again, allow me to explain. So as I said, this is a non-spoiler review. And to the show's credit, after 8 episodes, I don't even have a guess as to who the killer or killers might be, which is good, which is very good. And episode 8 had such a great surprise, let's say, that's all I want to say about it, that it totally turned me around about the season. Like up until then, I was like, this season sucks. Like I really just was not having a good time anymore after a couple of good starter episodes. But then with this, I was like, the show is back. And I'm very excited for the final 2 episodes. I will binge them as soon as I get them. I really got back into it. So obviously, as I said, everyone is very excited about not just their favorite show returning, or one of their favorites, but that Paul Rudd and Meryl Streep have joined the cast. What a coup! It turns out that they're not in every episode, unfortunately, but Meryl Streep does have a surprisingly large role, which is great. Rudd, though, actually, I don't like his work on this show, surprisingly, because he's usually a great addition to anything. But here, he comes across more as stunt casting, and he just does not fit the vibe of this show. Maybe he has more of an LA vibe, because this show is just so New York, and he just doesn't fit. Plus, he's cast as a type of actor, a stereotypical type of actor, and I just don't believe Paul Rudd is that type of actor. I mean, no matter how good of an actor he might be, he just doesn't have the physical qualities of what he's playing. So it seems more like a joke than as organic as the rest of the show. He just did not work for me, which pains me to say because I'm such a Paul Rudd fan. But Meryl Streep, she's Meryl Streep. She's, of course, incredible. Not only is she a perfect fit with the vibe of this show, wow, but while she has played, of course, so many different roles at this point, famously so, I don't think I've ever seen her play a character quite like this one. So it makes her performance not only incredible, but very refreshing. And she gets a song. We all know Meryl Streep can sing, but this one's incredible. It's written by the Pasek and Paul, and it's as good as their best work, with Sarah Bareilles helping out as well. It is a wonderful song, beautifully sung by Streep. I don't really love musical theater, as many of you know, particularly stories about musical theater. So when people started breaking out into song during this season, I was like, uh-oh. And then when Meryl Streep was like, now I'm going to sing a song. And I was like, no. But then when she started, I was like, hold up a minute. This is actually really good. And I love the song so much that I'm going to buy it when it becomes available. It was that good. It was as good as The Greatest Showman soundtrack. And the big names don't stop there. Again, no spoilers, but clearly Only Murders in the Building has arrived like The Bear with its season 2. You know, The Bear has all these amazing guest stars. Well, there are some very impressive cameos sprinkled throughout season 3 that I was like, wow, that's so cool that they got that person to come play. So what are my problems with season 3? Again, without spoilers. First off, while for the first 2 seasons the show has been focused on a murder, here season 3 is as much about, if not more focused, on this play that Oliver and Charles are working on. I mean, I guess it's nice to get out of the Arconia, their apartment building. But we're still there for a decent amount of time. And it's fun to hang out at a theater, particularly backstage, right? And there have been a lot of murder mysteries and sleuthings going on backstage at theaters. So that kind of fits. But season 3 should still feel overall like a murder mystery at heart, like a murder mystery first, instead of wildly veering into a comedy about Broadway that for many episodes seems to leave murder totally behind. And it became something different than what I had signed on for. And it's very hard to do that. Some movies and shows can flip the script, but I just don't think it's successfully done here. It also means that Selena Gomez's Mabel, who has nothing to do with the theater, is significantly sidelined, which is a part of the plot, but it also means less screen time for Gomez. It's not like she gets to go and do something else and we follow her. She's in the show a lot less, and I think that really hurts this season. What's more, I guess to shake things up, Charles, Oliver, and Mabel end up fighting for a large chunk of season 3 and going their separate ways. So they're not together. And Martin Short's Oliver gets the most screen time. Now, he does a fantastic job. I love what they do with Oliver this season. But I think people tune in to Only Murders in the Building for the trio. I certainly do, so I was disappointed not to get them. Furthermore, Charles's new relationship with Joy, which started at the end of the last season, played by Andrea Martin, is super annoying. Like, wow, you are not rooting for them as a couple at all. It was not good. It was a bad choice. I thought a lot of the humor this season was not just about annoying situations, but about our 3 leads being annoying themselves and very much out of character. These aren't annoying characters, so to see them act annoying was frustrating. And Charles, for instance, I felt was way too mean to Mabel in a couple of scenes. I felt he crossed the line. And I never thought Charles would be that mean. That's not to say they all still don't have great moments, right? And I would say each episode, there's at least one line that got me to genuinely laugh out loud. Like, really. And I laughed out loud, not only because the joke was funny, but extremely clever and surprising, like out of left field. I was like, I didn't see that coming, or I can't believe you actually said that, or it was super meta and I thought that was hilarious, but that stuff was great. And while we've always focused on Charles's love life throughout the seasons, Jane Lynch returns for some hilarious commentary on that, always a treat. But this time, Oliver and Mabel start to date, and I liked this development. Their romantic choices are much better than Charles's, and you really get to know them, I think, from a different perspective and really round out their characters. So I like that quite a bit. And that's all I'll say, because I don't want to ruin anything on that. So yes, I struggled to get through season 3, and there were a few times that I felt that if I wasn't reviewing it, I maybe would have stopped watching it, or at least taken a break, which again is why I say maybe the week to week is good. There's one episode called like The White Room or something where Charles has these like whiteouts instead of blackouts. That's all I'll say. That was, I think, by far the worst episode. I hated that episode. That's when I think I maybe should have taken my break. But I'm very glad that I stuck with it because, again, after a weak middle, it starts to really turn around in episode 8. And there are some great character moments, comedic moments, and fun cameos sprinkled throughout. Again, weekly, I think you'll be glad you spent the 30 minutes or so. It was a journey, but now, as I said, I'm genuinely excited to see the last 2 episodes. And they do have me guessing as to who done it. And as I said, Meryl Streep's performance is a standout, and this is a great season for Martin Short, who, interestingly, is the only main cast member who got an Emmy nomination for season 2. And so with that in mind, it was interesting to see him be so front and center here, and Martin Short and Selena Gomez kind of, pulled away from a little bit, which I think the show is going to suffer for. I think people will be disappointed, particularly about Selena Gomez. And I'm buying that song. I can't wait to get that song. So that's my non-spoiler review of Only Murders in the Building Season 3, which is right around the corner starting Tuesday, August 8th. And again, it airs weekly. And don't binge it. Go with the weekly release strategy, this season in particular. So share your own thoughts down below, subscribe today, and of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.